Hey everyone, it's Tim. I am starting a series called The Frugal Things, and actually this is an idea that I got from Budgetgirl. Sarah over on the Budgetgirl channel has been doing this for a couple months now, where she throughout the week will track the frugal wins and frugal losses. So I really love watching those videos, and for the last couple weeks I've found myself thinking, oh, if I were to do a video like that, this would be a win, or this would be a loss. And I really like the effect that it has on my day-to-day living, because I find myself thinking about every action that I take. Would this be on the frugal win list or the frugal loss list? And I found myself on multiple occasions rethinking some decisions because I was like, I don't want that to be a loss, that would be a really sad loss. So I decided over the last, I kind of threw together a list. It's probably not quite a week, it might be a few days extra, but what I'd like to do is, just like Sarah at Budgetgirl, go ahead and record a weekly video of my frugal wins and losses. And as I mentioned in my last 2017 goals video, budgeting and being more money conscious is definitely a huge focus for me this year. And so I think that this will be a fun series just to hold myself accountable, really. And without further ado, will go ahead and start reading the list. I have 10 frugal things over the last week or so. First, for the frugal wins, I downloaded the Ibotta app finally, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I've always had an excuse not to. And so finally, I downloaded Ibotta, and I used a discount code to get the free $10. And if you aren't familiar with Ibotta, I would check it out. Just YouTube Ibotta, and you can find a lot of videos about how it works. But essentially, you get cash rebates for purchases that you would be making anyway. And so if you sign up, you get 10 bucks to start with, and then you get a promotion code that if your friends use, you get $5 for each of them. So I downloaded Ibotta to get the $10, and then I went shopping. And there's only one item that was listed in Ibotta that I needed to purchase that day, and so I picked up like the Boboli pizza crust. And it was like $1.50 rebate or something like that. $1.75, I don't remember. It was a really large rebate though. And came home, put everything away, and then the next day I realized I had no idea where the receipt was, and I was kind of like, well, dropped the ball there. And then I ended up eating the pizza like a day later and throwing away the packaging. And the way Ibotta works is you need to take a picture of the barcode on the item and a picture of your receipt to prove purchase. And since I had no idea where the receipt was and I had thrown away the pizza wrapper, I just kind of was like, well, okay, dropped the ball there. But because I hadn't activated my Ibotta or used Ibotta, I was risking losing my $10 sign-up bonus too, which would have been horrible because I waited so long to sign up for it. To then just toss like 12 bucks away would have been really rough. I was on the way home one day on the bus, and I suddenly realized I bet I put the receipt in the drawer that I put all my receipts in, and I checked as soon as I got home, and sure enough, there was the receipt. And I hadn't taken it out the trash yet, so the pizza wrapper was pretty much to the top of the can. I was able to slip that out, took a picture, and I ended up getting my Ibotta rebates. So, while it was a close call, it ended up being a win for the week. I'm consulting my list. Let's see. For my birthday party last month, I had fajitas. It was a Friends TV show themed birthday party, and so I served fajitas, and if any of you like Friends, maybe you get the reference. But I ended up overestimating and purchasing 1 million little street-size tacos. Well, actually, I purchased big ones and then made mini tacos out of them, and I had so many left over, and I just didn't want to waste them. And so this week I ended up having tacos and tortilla pizzas and eating a lot of those, and then I gave a bag to a friend, and so now I still have way more than I need, but I've definitely been making a dent in the stockpile. Sorry, I dropped my list. Okay, let's see. I don't have internet at home. I am online all day at work, but I don't have internet at home, and so I just use the data on my phone. And for the last couple months, have been pretty good about not going over data, but this month I got the notification, like with 1 day left, that I was almost out. And I just couldn't justify paying, X amount of money to upgrade temporarily. I think it was like 45 bucks to get another stint, because I'm already on like the largest plan through Verizon. And so I was not going to spend $45 for 1 day of data. And so I didn't touch my phone except for a text message, and even then I really kind of just put my phone away and didn't think about it. I did a lot of reading, and I didn't know if I'd make it, but because I had like really 2 days to go. It was like 48 hours to use like 20%, not 20%, 0.20%, so very little. I ended up getting down to 0.1% of data left and didn't go over, so I think that's a pretty successful win. I'm in the book club at work, and instead of buying or going to the library, which wouldn't cost any money, but I guess the time it would have taken to go on and find it and all that stuff, maybe there's a waiting list, so I probably would have bought it anyway. A coworker was reading the same book, and she's not in the book club, but she was reading the book anyway, which is called Broken Monsters, and so I was able just to borrow the book from her, and that saved me some time and money, so that was awesome. Let's see. And I did a bunch of laundry yesterday. It's a coin-operated machine, and I like to try to, put $1.25 in for drying, and then take that load out and put another load in, and use the rest of the hour on the same quarter, so I don't have to like pay, as much. And I was able to do that yesterday, and so I ended up saving $1.25, which is little, but gosh, when you have to save quarters and then use quarters, and then when you need to do laundry and don't have quarters, every quarter counts, or when you're like 1 quarter short and you can't do a load. So I was able to save $1.25 just by planning for my laundry and only drying some things for 30 minutes and then putting the next load in for the next 30 minutes, and they were both smaller loads, so that worked out just fine. And my last frugal win was actually probably the most awesome. I got an award at work. They give out quarterly awards, and I was the recipient for the MVP for last quarter for my department, and that comes with a $250 cash prize. So I was delighted, and I've been sitting on that money. I'm probably going to use some of it to go to the store today to do some grocery shopping, but otherwise, I'm going to sit on that and kind of save it and not use it. So that's just awesome. Now for the frugal fails. I have 4 things on here that throughout the week I was kind of like, ah, man. Let's see. So yesterday I posted my Dollar Tree haul video, and I picked up a box. You can see it right there. I picked up a box of Ziploc bags, the gallon size, because I was out. Then I came home and I realized that I'm not out of those ones, I'm out of the sandwich size. And then I realized I already have a box of that gallon size stockpiled. So it's fine, it was $1, but still I was trying to be thoughtful. The only reason I got it was because I thought I was out, and I'm not. So technically that's a fail, even though it was only $1, but since we just talked about how valuable quarters are, dollars are pretty valuable too. I did eat out a few times this week, so that's a fail. I used to be a 3 meals a day drive-through guy, and over the last year that's changed. I've been cooking more at home and taking meals to work, but I can still get better in that area. And so this week I ate out probably 3 or 4 times, which isn't a lot. Maybe it is. If you're not supposed to eat out at all, then yeah, it's a lot. But for me, that's really not a lot. However, I did use a gift card for each of those purchases. And for my birthday last month, I got a $50 gift card, just a Visa, just a Visa $50 gift card. And so I used that. And so while I didn't spend money that I had earned, or that would have, gone other places, I did spend a gift card, which I could have, since it was just $50, on a gift card and not specific for any particular place, I could have used that for anything, but it's fine. I'll pamper myself as I ease into this lifestyle of frugal living. I still have I think $20 or so left on it, maybe a little bit more. Let's see. I had bought for $13 a pack of 3 really huge steaks that were on sale, so I thought that was awesome. Threw them in the fridge, didn't think about them for a few days, and then finally pulled them out, and the the freezer used by date was the previous day. So I was kind of like, well, I don't know. And I texted a few of my mentors to be like, with pictures to be like, are these good? I don't know. And they were like, if it's brown, throw it away, or whatever. I actually got mixed feedback, so I don't know. So I basically threw one away that was very brown, and I thought, it's probably not good. I'm just gonna toss that one. I cooked one, which ended up being great, and I didn't get sick afterward. And then the other one I put in the freezer. So I wish I had dealt with that, as soon as I got back from the store, either freezing them or planning to eat them in the next day or so, but didn't do it. So threw 1 of 3 steaks away. And then the last thing was I have a second job. I work part-time at a hotel, mainly to finance my birthday party last month, but also while I'm trying to do all these new budget saving things, having a second job is really awesome to get a few extra bucks every couple weeks. So I'm doing that temporarily. And they provide the uniform shirt for me, but I had to provide the pants. And so I had a pair of gray slacks from Banana Republic that I bought like 6 years ago, and I love them. They were so comfortable, and they fit perfectly, and I looked good in them, and so I'm like, well, I don't wear these very often, so I'll wear them to work, and that way I get to wear them all the time, and I might as well use them if I have them. So I was leaving work, and work will dry clean my clothes for me for free, and so I bagged up my clothes, tossed them in the laundry, and left, and then I didn't work again for like 6 days. So when I went back into work, my clothes weren't there, and we ended up pulling up the security camera footage, and I didn't throw my clothes in the bin for laundry. I threw them in the trash can right next to it, and so my favorite pair of Banana Republic pants that I just loved, threw them away because I wasn't paying attention. And the uniform shirts, that sucks too, but they can replace those, and I was able to get them. But now I have to go get another pair of pants. So I have some, but they don't really fit very well, and so I'm just gonna get another pair. But I'm not gonna go to Banana Republic. Although honestly, I had them for 6 years and they were great. So obviously it's a good quality. But there you have it. That was a pretty tough loss for me, a pretty tough fail, especially having to watch it on camera. Having to watch yourself do that, oh, that just stung really bad. So anyway, those are my 10 wins and losses, or fails. I'm really glad that I had more wins than fails, and I will do this again next week, so we'll see how I do. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.